Yes, hello guys, welcome to Gusto Reactions. Once again today, thank you so much for always liking and sharing, subscribing, of course, telling your friends about what we do right here at Gusto TV. Big Lala is very much in the building today, and of course, like we told you, this is our new reality. Until I get to hook up with Big Lala, wherever he is right now, but we did Lungu. And Big Lala is currently enjoying himself. Anyways, Big Lala, you're welcome to the show today. Quite a lot has happened over the weekend, a lot of people talking. One major thing, of course, anyone who is on the internet knows is that one and only baddest David Adeleke actually held this concert, over the weekend, and it was the talk of town, not just in Nigeria, not just in the UK, but everywhere. And a lot of people have been talking about this show. Big Lala, first off, why did you not go for this show?
Well, to be honest, I was caught in two minds, right?
Okay.
I checked in the morning, I saw tickets. I'm like, oh, should I go or should I not go? Should I go or should I not go? By the time I made up my mind to go, there was none available. Even people that were selling, the prices I was seeing was now over the top. So I think I missed an opportunity. But when I was watching online, I was just telling myself, I wish I had gone for the show.
I wish I had gone for the show.
There'll be a next time.
Definitely. Anyways, Big Lala, you were not at the show, but of course, even those that were not at the show were the ones who had quite a lot to say about the show, watching, from the home, what from home perspective, basically. A lot of clips, a lot of messages on Twitter, and all of that. DAVIDO at the O2 2022, what do you think? The good, the bad, the ugly?
Well, let's start off from the good. I think the good was a lot of people had fun. Forget what you see on Twitter, forget what you see on social media. I think a day after the event, when you now look at, what people are saying, people's clips, perspective from people who were in the building, it was different. It wasn't exactly as we thought we that were on the outside, and people had a lot of fun. DAVIDO did have fun, even though there were some, the good part was it was a successful packed out show. It was filled to the brim from everything we've seen. It was indeed sold out. There was no doubt about that. And it was the biggest DAVIDO has ever done it. He surpassed what he had done before at the O2. The bad, the bad is him and what's it called? Some of his team didn't kind of like showcase the sort of chemistry you would expect for a show that has been planning for months. I feel the what's it called could have been better. The performances, things like DAVIDO and his DJ particularly, his set. I know a lot of things seemed like it went wrong on the day and may have affected him, but they were able to turn it around and people had fun. At the end of it all, it was a typical Nigerian show. I know we've called for more. I think that's the ugly part of it. It was a typical Nigerian show where everybody gathers and perform your best song. When I say perform, I mean perform your best song. There was no uniqueness to it. It was I think in terms of even performance, DAVIDO's last O2 performance was indeed a better one because he had the composers, songs were playing, he was singing.
But he had the composers for this as well.
He had the composers for this, but it was entirely different from the last time. And this one, there was a bit of disorganization in the sets when the artist was going to come out. He was going to talk, and then Iko would have played something off his
of his
DSL, and I'm like, okay, where's the chemistry between these two guys? They've done this for a long time. On the outside, we noticed it. It wasn't enjoyable on the outside. That's one of the ugly ones. We've streamed Wiz from the O2. There was no issue like that. Although what we pointed out were different, but for Wiz, for David, it was a nightmare if we were watching outside. It was a nightmare. I'll say that because there was no sync with what was being said and what was, they were playing on the video. So that really affected the outside perspective. A lot of people already downgrading the show, not knowing that people inside the building didn't have such issues. It took a lot of people coming out and say, oh, we're here. The sound sounds great and we had no issues. Overall, I think, I think the good kind of almost overshadowed whatever bad or ugly that there is. And the core of the matter is people had fun. People enjoyed themselves. If you see clips of individuals of the review on Twitter, on Instagram, people enjoyed themselves. People came out to have fun. I saw a video of a white guy singing along. I mean, several videos of different guys, different people of all races in there to watch the video, and that means he had a successful show.
Yeah, but I'm me particularly, I was quite concerned about the fact that Davido didn't start rehearsal until about 5-6 days to, the event, and of course, would you say that actually showed in the whole, performance and everything?
I think it did. He's been touring a lot weeks before the event, going to fans, going to this, going to that. I think perhaps if people say that, we won't be saying this now. People won't be saying it now. If those things were not, we didn't see them on the performance. You get, it looked like something was not well planned, something was not well rehearsed, right? People won't mention it if it didn't show, but it showed on the performance on the night. That's why people are now saying, he didn't start rehearsals on time, 5 days to the event. That's when he started rehearsing. But don't forget, this is his first show, right? A first big show, for example, in the UK. And like we all know, he's announcing other things, but this is the start. So whatever set he has done, I think he's going to learn from this. He's going to get better at it. So that by the next time, he's going to have better performances.
But if you're saying, Davido has constantly, talked about how this show is a show of a lifetime for him, is the biggest show in his career and everything. And I was watching and I saw quite a lot of people, backstage everywhere, a bit rowdy and all of that. I mean, not from the fans' perspective right now. I'm talking from, an administrator perspective of someone who is in the music business and all of that. Davido, show of a lifetime. Do you think, he really, really did enough to justify this?
Well, I think he missed an opportunity to actually give people the show of a lifetime. It was overwhelming for him because you see the crowd now, it's not small business. In terms of even preparation, I think it's right when people point out these things like, why is there so many people? I mean, towards the end of the show, we understand it's the end of the show, right? There were just so many people on that stage. Vocalistic and his people, I think somebody even jumped off stage because it was an invitation for somebody else to come up on stage. And he did that. And if he actually planned things well, there was a part where he wanted to bring out, Popcorn, let's say, surprised him, right? But what was supposed to happen that time was, he was supposed to change his jewelry on stage. That was what was supposed to happen. And while he was trying to do that, Popcorn appeared. So is it like you didn't plan with your team that, at this point, I'm going to change my jewelry, showcase my new piece that the jewelry I took by my private jet coming on, to showcase. That means you've had that plan, but why didn't you share that plan with your team? So know that, once this is done, Popcorn, you can come on stage, and do your thing. But that's all those things were there. But like I said, everything on the night overshadowed all that. People had a good time, which was the most important thing. But he missed an opportunity to deliver something that was really, really close to perfect.
Davido came out on Twitter and didn't, talk about any of this fault at all. It was all about selling out. This show was full, and all of that. It was to break out the next arena and everything. Do you think that Davido would be addressing this thing in-house?
Of course, it has to be addressed in-house. You can tell that he wasn't happy about some things now. Like when there's so much quietness, Davido is performing, and all of a sudden he turns his back to the audience, right? And he's walking back, and he's looking like maybe he's expecting something and he's not getting
to
it.
happen.
That happened several times during the night, right? So of course you'll be addressing it in night. They need to get better at their performances, and if they're going to be doing shows as big as this in several other countries, they need to deliver better. They need to do better.
And I hear that Davido, in an interview with, a recent interview in the UK, talked about the fact that he spent over £500,000, on production. Did the production team deliver a good job? Did the management team do a good job?
On the outside, it's a big no, because it was not enjoyable for us on the outside. I tried to get in on the UDX stream severally, I wasn't able to do that. At the end of the day, I had to settle for something else that wasn't even enjoyable to watch. You get so. If you're going to spend that amount of money on the production of this show, it's not just for people in the O2 or in the UK, right? It's for people all around the world. And did they achieve that feat? I think people who were not in the UK on the night, they would not have enjoyed what they watched. And that's almost, I don't say it's equally as important, but it's almost equally as important as the perspective of people who are not in the UK. So they didn't enjoy it, and that left a sour taste. It was an opportunity. We've seen what it can be like watching a live concert from the comfort of your home, and that was not the best experience.
Okay. Would you say Israel DMW's intro actually maybe added a bit of spice to the event or something?
I think Israel's intro is another pointer of not having a well laid out plan of how a show flows, how the show is going to flow. Because I feel that was last minute, because Israel came about saying that thing a few days to the show. It wasn't like they've said they've sat down and be like, oh, this is how this show is going to pan out. So it was like last minute changes. Oh, you do this. Oh, Feels, come on board, come and take 30 seconds. Come on board, come and do. So nothing was planned. So like I said, it's telling, but some of them, they make up for it to be part of the show. One of the successes of the show. Israel, as amazing as it was, I don't think the UK crowd were really interested in whatever I had to say. But for us in the Nigeria scene, I mean, we understood what was going on. We enjoyed what we watched. And I think some of the best things that happened on the nights, the performances, the reception to the song that just dropped. That's not even up to a week. Finesse. All these other things. I mean, they overshadowed all the ugly parts. That's why I said people overall generally had a good time on the show.
Okay, before we go, I was at the DAVIDO show in December, and I was talking to Donny Fesky, after the show as we were going home, and I was saying, why would you have 20 people beside the DJ who were all through the show and everything?
This DJ thing that you mentioned, can you imagine somebody of DJ Equals caliber playing a song that has a tag
trendy
in 2022? No, some people are not taking this thing as it should be, because one, it may not be Equals' fault really, right? But the artist himself, you are going to perform. Can the artist not have his own song that he carries about every day on a flash?
Performance mix,
You have it already with you. And I'm going to fault. I'm not going to fault DJ Eco. I'm going to fault what's his name?
Rankin.
I think. Imagine, we'll talk about this on the next topic.
Okay, no problem at all. So if you're to rate Davido's performance and everything, the show itself, the fans, the production, the management, the stage management as well, the artists that came to perform, the songs and everything, what exactly would you give it?
Well, I think he missed an opportunity. Like I said, overall it was something enjoyable. Like of course, Davido has jams for days. People would enjoy watching listening to Davido. So I think he did well on that regard. His songs, they did speak for him. If you're ever in doubt of how huge Davido is, this is a pointer for you to never doubt Davido's impact or influence in Afrobeat, because he packed. I mean, a lot of people enjoyed listening to the jams back to back. That was it. The performances. Some of the people I did not care to listen. And I saw a video of a girl complaining that she was expecting to see Tiwa Savage, expecting to see this and that. And I think she has a point. It's Afrobeat to the world, right? And we're performing Afrobeat at the world stage. Why are we not getting the best of Afrobeat? Why are we having to go to America to bring people that have not seen that kind of crowd to perform to in their life? We're not seeing Nigeria. And I feel the ones that came from Nigeria, they gave a good account of themselves. It was nice to see Ricardo Banks, and they couldn't go Fields, Skippy and the likes, but there were so many other options that Davido could have had to deliver a better show. So I think it did well. I'm going to give him an average rating of 6.5/10 of the show. He could have. I'm sounding like a broken record, but he missed a great opportunity. To surpass what some other people have.
I mean, as we go, personal opinion, I just kind of feel like everything from production to performances to the guest artists and everything, even, the people they work with, everything just reeks of sentiment. Everything reeks of sentiment. Everything reeks of, my guy, my guy, my guy, my guy, my guy. It's high time, David also starts seeing this as a business. The fans deserve more. The fans want something good. So if you have to break someone's back to achieve it, fine. If you have to remove someone from a list, so please, by all means, do that. Don't say, oh, we are family. Not every family will fit into every project at every time. That's the thing. But yeah, all the best to Davido. Big Lala, thank you so much. I know you were not really happy, like you said. One line that would, resonate with me is, he missed an opportunity of a lifetime to actually deliver a show that people will talk about for a long time to come. But yeah, we give, Davido the props, and we wish him all the very best as, he continues the war tour. He said the dates are going to drop very soon as well. And we hope that, he learns from this, and he intends to. He said, what arena are we shutting down next? Hopefully the next arena is going to be better than, the O2 arena. Yes, definitely. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for always liking and sharing, subscribing. Big Lala, thank you so much for coming. We'll see you guys on the next one. Please stay safe, and God bless you.